Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe right here to get the latest from the show and check out more of the best clips from Up and Adams, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FanDuel. All right, I'm here hanging out with Jonathan Taylor, and he's trying to tell me that being 25 is crazy. This is not the way to start the interview, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? I appreciate you coming in today.
Of course, I'm happy to be here, and you guys are all well rested, it sounds like. Coach gave you some extra reps of sleep. You mentioned it's your 5th year. Is that crazy?
Yeah, I always think about when I first came in as a rookie, and Naheem Hines, when he was here, I asked him what year he was going into, and he said, I'm going into year 4. And I'm like, oh, the average career span in the NFL is like 3.5 years. So I'm like, you're going on year 4? I can't wait. I want to try to make it to year 4 and beat the statistics. Now I'm going on year 5, so they just keep stacking.
Does anything change going into this year? You're a very interesting arc here. You know what the greatness is of an 1,800-yard season, and then you know what it's like to be sidelined when you want to be out there to help your team. So what is that sort of difference between one year to the next or one season to the next? How does that impact you going into this year where I have high expectations for you guys?
I think it shows you how to conduct yourself and how to kind of maintain that even balance. When you have that 1,800-yard season, you know what it took to do that. And when you had, you were sidelined, you kind of understand what it takes to get back on the field. So trying to find that happy medium balance on how can I stay on the field and continue to play at a high level. You kind of figure out how to have that gauge.
What did you figure out? How do you do it?
Number one, you just have to maintain your body always. I've always been on that. Of course, things will happen, but a lot of it is a preventative measure. Going in the training room before something comes up. If you know that, you may need to improve, one part of your body, one area, or one part of your game, go and do it before something happens. Just go and take the initiative.
Is any of this coming from the great Frank Gore?
1,000%.
Tell me about that. The fact that you got to hang out with an absolute legend, but he's a legend for anti-aging. He's a legend for consistency and not getting hurt.
I'm telling you, I got to work out with him this offseason. Mind you, he still works out. He's doing the same things that we do, sleds, interval runs, like everything that we do. And it's insane that at his age, he's still working. And I think it's that mentality. The biggest thing was the mentality he mentioned was having that mentality that no matter what, no one's going to outwork you. Being able to put the work in each and every single day, pushing yourself without having to have your coach or a teammate or a player, anybody push you. The only one that can push yourself the most is you. So just being able to learn from him throughout this offseason, I think it's gonna benefit me tremendously.
Oh, I just saw like a little glimmer in the eye, a little smile there. I love that. He's such a legend. You getting to hang out with him is great. And I was even hearing 2-time Super Bowl champion Chris Long say that even when they're out of the league, they have to work out like athletes do. Like if you're a football player, it's dopamine, it's all of that, and keeping your body in shape matters a lot. And I like that Frank Gore is talking to you about the mentality. Now let's talk about 2024 Colts. You and Anthony Richardson. 2 measly snaps is all y'all gave the world last year. What can we expect?
I think it's going to be really exciting this year. I'm excited for Anthony. I know it's tough being sidelined your rookie year. I mean, you just made it to the highest level where you've been dreaming about. But he's ready. He's ready. He's been working very, very hard. I'm excited because I know that I'm going to do anything in my power to help make his job easier. And then if his job is easy, then everyone else in the league better just watch out.
Frank Gore says that he believes you can go over 2,000 yards this season. Did you hear that?
Yeah. He's one of my biggest supporters. Which is, if you have a supporter, that's one person you want to have supporting you.
Jonathan, how realistic is that? Derrick Henry did it 2020.
And I think that is one of the biggest things to understand is that it's been done. It's been done before. So it's not like it's crazy to think that it's something that no one has done before. And not to take anything from Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry, you guys know what he brings to the table.
Look at this sign. Look at this sign right here. 1,000 yards you would pass Marshall and Eric Dickerson, Marshall Faulk, number 2 in Colts history. That's what you did. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Neither did I.
I don't know why. I don't know our guys. Our guys never told me that. I don't know what our stats guy said. That's literally insane. I'm hoping that happens.
Let's see that. Can I? You erased it. Rewrite it. I'm gonna need that. That's. I did not know that. He just looked that up right now.
I did not know that. I hope that happens because, one, if you have 1,000 yards, of course, that's a successful season. If we have 1,000 yards, that means we're running the football pretty well, and hopefully that's translating to a lot of games won.
You have the O-line to do it. You did 1,800. When you hear 2,000, and you know what it's like to hit 1,800, I'd say y'all don't understand how hard it is to do 1,800. Now you want 200 more of me? Let's not pretend it's easy to hit 2K.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's not easy whatsoever. But if you have the guys up front, which I believe we do, I mean, the O-line up front, those guys, I don't think people give them enough credit with how smart they are. Yes, they're very physical. They can move people out the way. They're very, very smart. Their techniques, their alignment, their assignment, and I think that's what allowed us to have that year we did in 2021, and I think that we're up for it again this year.
You're going to run the ball. It's going to be incredible to see, and you have a big game. You've played the Jets a couple times, but never in New Jersey. So you get to take them on in your home state. Do you remember your stats from the last time you played the Jets, Jonathan?
No, I know I had over 100. I know I had over 100 when we played them at home.
19 touches, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Have the ticket request started yet for Week 11?
For sure. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. I don't know how I'm going to manage it. I'm going to try to ask our people here, listen, how many tickets can I have?
Okay, you tweeted at Kenny Moore after he signed his new contract that it's now his job to help you create a celebration dance like his. Yeah. Where are we in that process?
Yeah, we're definitely working on it. I got some things narrowed down, but you guys all know K-Mo, he's one of he's one of the most electrifying people after he makes a play. I mean, he does his little dance, a little suit and tie. So I want to take a little pointers from him just to kind of get a little
show me. Where are we? We're in training camp here, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Where are we at in our process with the K-Mo?
I can't show too much right now. I can't show too much, but just know it's going to be a little arm act. There's going to be twisting and turning, a little bopping, a little rotation in the shoulders. Just stay tuned.
It. Are you coordinating with AR? Is AR a celebration end zone NFL guy?
I believe he is. I think he has one of the best with the 360 spike.
100%.
I told him that guy.
Is that coming with him?
I told him he should do it. I don't know if he's going to take my word, but that should be his signature move. That was really nice.
What is it like with him, with you and him? Obviously, reps separately, having to be leaders, not being on the field. Now you guys finally get to unleash.
I think it's just going to be a new dynamic. It's not only for us, but for opposing defenses. You kind of have to pick your poison. You got to play the field balance. I mean, you choose, you decide. We'll respond off of that. But I think it's really going to put a lot of stress on defense.
This is the most slept-on team in the NFL for no reason. Playoff contention without you and without him. Shane Steichen calling plays, somehow drawn it up so this team is winning and doing his thing. I don't think he gets any credit for it.
I tell people all the time, I think that he's the X factor. When you have a coach that has the grittiness and the edge like he does, he coaches like he's a player playing in the game, doing and trying to do anything he can to put us in the best position to win the game.
What do you mean by that? Because I just it was like sitting with, I don't even know, like the nicest guy who might own the farm next door. He doesn't seem, when you just said, what did you say, edgy?
Edgy.
Edgy. Grit. Tell me more about that.
I mean, there are situations in the game where, he's looking us dead in the eye. He's like, have no doubt in your mind. He's like, we're going to win this game. It's like, I'm going to make sure we win this game. Like, putting it on himself as a coach, like, I'm going to make sure we win this game. And that just fires you up. And if you don't want to play for a coach like that, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh, my gosh. I cannot wait to get this season started. You have joint practices against Arizona. That'll be fun. You make not so much a fashion choice, but the decision to do the Guardian cap. What went into that?
Well, number one, we practice in it all the time. And now they're asking guys, do you want to wear it during the season? And my thought was, it's hard to tell. I mean, I haven't played in the game with it. That's going to be the true ultimate test. So this preseason, being able to wear it throughout these preseason games, just trying to test it out and see, does it affect your game? Does it not? Does it inhibit me from being able to complete my job at a high level? So we're going to keep wearing it throughout the preseason and make that evaluation. But it's hard to tell without live game action.
Does it feel very different?
No. The first game I had, it did not feel different. It felt like practice. Of course, it was only limited snaps. So, of course, the more snaps we play, the will we put in different situations. But so far, it didn't feel different.
Is there anything else that you're looking to get out of preseason action? I mean, you're a made player. You could just not go out there at all. Do you want something? Do you actually get something out of it that's meaningful?
Oh, 100. I mean, especially for us, like you mentioned, me and Anthony having 2 snaps. So just having everyone together, and even if it is for a few plays, just it's different when it's in live game action. Practice, yes, everything is clean cut, everything is set out, but in the game, there's situations that comes up. Can we use our communication? Can we put that camaraderie that we built together on display on the field?
AR wanted to talk about his Crocs more than himself.
He's a big Croc guy.
I understand, but he would rather talk about anything else but himself. I would like you to tell the world something that maybe goes even more under the radar than other things. He's got physical talents, of course. I know he's a leader. These are things I know. What is something that you're proud of with Anthony Richardson?
I'm proud of how he conducts himself throughout the building. I mean, anytime you see him, besides just now with him, coming on the show with you, he's either in his iPad or he's with Coach Steichen. So as for a rookie quarterback to always want to be learning, I think that's the biggest aspect. A lot of quarterbacks come in with a tremendous talent, but very few of them really want to study and understand and learn the game to be the best that they can be, and I think that's what he's doing.
I love that. Week 1, Texans. Your thoughts?
That's going to be one that it's going to be a sticking point for us just because it hurts. It hurts, when you go out like that, how we did last year. Any kind of loss like that will hurt, but we get a chance to redeem ourselves week 1 and then go from there and start stacking them.
I need you to reel the guys in, I think, a little bit during this game with Zaire and EJ and, obviously Stroud and Anthony Richardson. I hate that it's week 1. I'd much rather it be week 5 when both teams sort of know who they are. Like week 1, what do you really know week 1?
Week 1, the one thing that you know is that, especially for us, someone is coming into Lucas Oil Stadium and they're trying to wipe their paws, wipe their feet, right on top of us. And, we can't let that happen. So that's one thing we know for sure is coming in week 1. And ready or not, you better be ready because the NFL season is upon us.
Let's go! Woo, 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 woo. The Colts, don't sleep on them. This is Jonathan Taylor coming to, I don't even know, you could run the world. You're absolutely amazing. And we'll see if so you can switch the helmet thing whenever you want.
Yeah.
After week 1, you could say, I want my old helmet back.
You can do whatever you
Great.
want.
You don't have to marry it to yourself to anything. Other than the idea that this team might win the division and it might start week 1. We'll see you guys later.